Okay, starting with Euro New Zealand, it found a low today right at the bottom of the price gap from April's French presidential elections. This coincided with Draghi speaking and mentioning, well, implying that he may be following the German recommendation of tightening up on the easing. Now, this is interesting because this is a fundamental change in that he came out, spoke, and gave some hints possibly. However, it coincided once again with a technical level. Now, is this a coincidence? And even though I've used the word twice, I would say no, it's not a coincidence because this happens again and again, a dozen times a year per pair. You see it time and again in every currency pair, in that right at a significant price level, the market will reverse, which ties in with some public figure or some data point coming out. So even though the fundamentals do ultimately drive the market, they're not going to shift essentially until there's some type of technical level met. And this is really interesting in price movement. So it worked perfectly. Anyone with an order in this region was filled within a minute, a few seconds probably, and it turned around within 15 minutes, about 50 points, and headed up. So a low is in this pair. Take it for wave A of the decline, probably one more to come, but in any case, the trend has now shifted to a move higher now that the April presidential gap is filled. Okay, Canadian pairs. There's most likely a high now in New Zealand Canadian into this high. I was wondering if we were turning it into a wedge, but it made enough of a requirement here for A, B, and C wave up. So I'm looking for this to fall over now, maybe not today, but in the next coming days. There is Friday's Canadian GDP news, so that will move all of these pairs. So I feel that New Zealand Canadian has topped out here. Following the weekend plan is tied in. We hit one more high, and maybe not today, but I'm looking for any type of correction to now be sold into on a like smaller scale to this correction. Aussie Canadian, I'm in more of two minds as it has not, although it's just a three wave advance from the low, it has not met the level I was looking at, which was more in this region. So I'm standing back from this. Not quite sure how to count it just now. And there will be some price interaction in this level probably, but let's see over the next few days what change may come. Now, in US Canadian, Yellen will speak tonight, about 3 hours from now, so there may be a turn in this market. Now, I'm looking at this essentially as making a turn here in that it had 3 up, 3 up, 3 down, and I'm looking for another move up. Now, whether that comes here, here, or here, that is what I'm looking for at present. Now, there is another possibility as well, in that it could form some type of leading diagonal possibly. I cannot rule this out because last month, or rather earlier this month, I didn't see this, but we had a little leading diagonal here, followed by a three-wave correction here. So if that type of thing happens again, I'm not going to wait until it comes up here. I'll see how it unfolds today and tomorrow when Yellen speaks. But if it keeps gyrating down in this manner, then it may be forming a leading diagonal for wave 1 of 3, because this three-wave move, technically this could be enough. So I'll see if a leading diagonal idea unfolds, and we'll take it from there. And Euro Canadian, this pair is moving up well, which is good. So far, it has made a simple three-wave correction. So I'm looking for essentially a B wave and another high, and then a move down. I mean, yes, technically it could be done here. I mean, this could be 3 and done, but I would view this 3 as one standalone 3 for A or W, and then a B or X wave and another move up once more to correct this whole 5-wave down segment. And Euro US dollar moving up as talked about on the weekend. We now have the new high, so probably not today or probably not tomorrow, but I will be looking for this to turn over into the 114, 113, 114, 115 region, and to turn back down for a correction. Okay, anything else? Gold still needs to prove itself. It's retraced quite well from yesterday, but it needs to prove itself here and to stay above this low for the idea. And Aussie New Zealand, also this looks to be finding a low here. It is corrective, however. So far it's just done 3 and we're in another move up now. So let's see how it advances, but for now I think there is a correction up unfolding. All right, bye-bye.